It's just an issue I have. It's just the idea that if someone accepts Jesus,
Yes.
they go to heaven, right?
Yep.
Say, like my grandpa, he's Jewish, and he's a great person. He's a really good person and everything.
Yes.
He's probably the best person I know, like morally right, but he doesn't accept Jesus.
Right.
This is extreme, but someone who accepts Jesus but rapes and murders someone, goes to jail, and then at the end of their life, they're like, you know what, I'm gonna accept Jesus. But my grandpa, who's a great person morally, but is Jewish and doesn't accept Jesus, he goes to hell and burns for eternity. But the person who rapes and murders people and accepts Jesus goes to heaven. That just doesn't seem like right to me.
When this confused Christian questioned if his Jewish grandpa is going to hell, Cliff opened his eyes with an amazing answer.
See, the craziness about the Christian faith is, if you do something wrong, and let's say you start living a life of tremendous selfishness, don't you want a second chance and a third chance over and over again?
Generally, you don't have to be a good person. All you have to do in the end is accept Jesus. Like, you can do whatever you want.
You bet. But you see, sir, that's American Christianity that you've just defined. You can accept Jesus and do anything. False. If you accept Jesus, you cannot do anything. You have to follow him. Otherwise, you are a flaming hypocrite, which is why I'm really scared for all those white Christians in the United States who had slaves and who took those slaves to church on Sunday. I'm really scared for them. I'm really scared for the guy who says, I believe in Jesus, but I sleep around. I'm really scared for the person who says, I believe in Jesus, and I'm going to steal your stock portfolio in a very sophisticated way so I don't get caught. That's scary, because the evidence is you have not accepted Christ, because if you had accepted Christ, you'd hate that type of behavior and you'd turn away from it.
That was really the biggest issue for me, like, I guess Christianity-wise, just like that, the hypocritical people and how they like talk about how they accept Jesus, and then will do bad, you know?
I can tell you I'm a genuine follower of Christ. You can't prove that. I might be out here because someone's paying me a lot of money to be out here. You don't know. I can promise you that's not the truth, but I might be lying to you, all right? So that's why you always got to be very skeptical about people, and that's why I approve of your skepticism. You got to be skeptical. Why? Because evil's real. If evil wasn't real, you wouldn't have to be skeptical. You wouldn't have to lock your door at night. But you better be skeptical. Why? Because truth and error, good and evil, are so intertwined in this world. You better be skeptical, otherwise someone's going to eat your lunch. But you better not be cynical, which means trash everything. No. Look for evidence that Jesus is true or false. If Jesus is false, reject him. If Jesus is true, put your faith in him. And if Jesus is true, I don't know what your uncle decided, or your father, all right? He's still alive?
It's grandfather, yeah.
Grandfather, he's still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, remember, on his dying moment, a thief turns to Christ, who's on a cross next to Christ, and says, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus doesn't look him in the face and say, not sorry, you don't cut it. You've lived such a horrible life as a criminal. You're going to hell, buddy. No, Jesus says, I tell you the truth. Today you be with me in paradise.